guess people are. Looks like both things might be. Can I get over one? On
Trying to
this
see
truck?
that truck. I don't know. I can't know. He's moving forward. I don't know. He's gonna let this truck car go in. Yeah, I can't tell. He's gonna let you in.
Huh?
He's gonna let you in.
I kind of figured out, but looks like we need to get all the way over. We had the flashers on, that's why he couldn't see what we were doing. Can I keep going?
Yep.
Hey, 351.
We decided to pop on a little bit and show the difference in our weather. What happened?
Yeah, it cleared up a little bit, and then it turned worse than it was.
Not quite certain if we ran into an accident or at. We are, David, yeah, we are on our way to Rochester. Don has a doctor's appointment at Mayo, so it wasn't a case of wanting to go. It was kind of a case of having to go. And when we started out this morning, it was, the weather switched to not very nice. And then we ran in.
We're coming up on the Red River going from North Dakota into Minnesota. And I suppose the bridge was icy. And
It's been ambulance and fire trucks. I love everything.
but we got another about almost 5 hours yet to go to get to Rochester, Minnesota. But this kind of a high traffic area right in here because it's the only way really for people to go back and forth across the Red River. Moorhead, Minnesota's on one side of the river and Fargo, North Dakota on the other side. But winter driving, we'll get going here again soon. Another ambulance. We got
Tell me.
smacked in the side pretty good.
Yeah, I did. Oh, that wasn't good for the driver, was it?
Mustangs don't do good on these roads. Yeah, you don't want to be out here with wide tires on in this weather. The wider they are, the worse they are. We'll get back up to speed here shortly.
David said it was 83 here in central Arkansas yesterday. The roads, yeah, they're a little slick. That's what happened in that accident back there. Might have been speed too.
Huh?
That accident back there could have been speed, but the roads are slick too.
Yeah,
You got
and you get like a Mustang Camaro. Oh, there must have been an accident over there too. There's a bunch of lights, and they get out on these little bit icy roads with the wide road tires, and they don't have a lot of traction. It's pretty easy to spin out. I always took our kids out on a frozen lake and taught them how to drive a car when it gets out of control, and I'd make them slam on the brakes and slam on the gas and spin cookies. And so far, knock on wood, that none of our kids have been really bothered with the icy roads and stuff. And sometimes it's the people driving real slow that with low visibility, and then the cars are kicking up the snow, you can't see them, and the white ones especially, they just blend right in with the snow spray. So we just tool along, try to stay away from people.
she said you're not driving like it's slick. 351 Cleveland.
Yeah. Been driving these kind of roads for about 60 years, and whole. I always tell people a whole lot of it is just being confident and relaxed. If you're really tensed up on these roads and your car wiggles a little bit, you react. You get yourself in predicament real quick.
Out
We're kind of out of the Fargo Moorhead area, so there's be less traffic again, and they'll be picking up. They'll probably be up to 75 here shortly again. So we got slowed down. Thought we'd come up and break up the boredom. What's that sign say?
sign.
Oh, way station. So we're back up to 70-mile-an-hour speed limit again. We got 228 miles to get to Minneapolis. But when I looked at the radar this morning, it looked like we'd probably be in sunshine by now. Must be moving east with us. It started to let up, and then it got worse. So,
David said it's much cooler there today. 70s and some thunderstorms.
so if we keep moving, we should drive out of it sometime today. And I hope it's not like this when I get to Minneapolis. With all the traffic down there, it could be a mess.
David said you're probably traveling with a snowstorm.
That's what it seems to be. It's kind of moving into the wind. We're bucking a little bit of wind, but when it comes from the side, you can definitely feel it. But now, once we get a little ways into Minnesota, it'll be start to be more trees and tree rows, so it'll block a lot of that wind. So it won't be as much drifting. But if it don't drift off the road, then it settles on the road. That's worse yet. Sabin, that's where my grandson lives. So we'll just keep tooling along and play it by ear. Keep watching the temperature. It's 26 degrees now. We left, it was 16 degrees. So as it warms up, it could get worse. But if it stays real cold, it won't turn to ice as easy, and it'll just be snow and kind of blow off the highway. Yeah, somebody else, boy, they did a number on that car. So we got 5 hours to go, so we probably won't get there until 7 o'clock tonight now. We probably lost an hour so far with the road conditions.
Lisa said she had a lady from Ohio once come to Pigeon Forge driving a van. Told me, hey, I'm from Ohio. I know how to drive in the snow. I told her, lady, the snow is different here. She wouldn't listen.
Yeah, I tell you
We
that
see that.
that coastal snow, that's a real bummer to drive in. A lot harder than this is.
Don said, what's up? He said, what's up, Don? From Catfish?
Who?
Fresno? Catfish?
Oh, hey,
Fresno.
Fresno. We're having some of your California weather here.
She took her van off a, oh my gosh. She took her van off a hill the next day.
Oh.
She went over it and then, oh, should have listened. Should have, would have.
And we're in Washington State. Boy, I tell you, if you didn't stay on the road, the ditches were treacherous. Deep ravines and deep ditches and washouts. Here they cut the ditches for hay all the time, so they're actually quite smooth. But it's letting up to see a lot further now than we could ways back there.
She came back in and told to the store and told Lisa, and I said, hey, I thought you could drive in the snow. She didn't like me after that. I'm glad she was able to come back in the store and tell you that. I was wondering what happened, but the rest of the story was. Makes me feel better. Sorry she didn't like you, but tough for her.
My grandson's like that. He's a terrible driver, but he doesn't know it.
Which one?
Brendan.
Yeah. Travis is a terrible driver, but he knows it.
Yeah. He won't,
Different.
he won't even try it. Brendan always figures he can make it. Little Justin, he just thinks it's fun.
Oh, God knows what he's going to do.
Yeah, it looks like clouds are breaking up on the south of us. I think everything's pulled off to the north. The last snowstorm went north on us, so this one seems to be going that way too. When I watch them and they come up and catch the jet stream and start swinging down south, that's when everybody south of us really gets hit with some bad storms across the Great Lakes and stuff.
Excuse me.
Well, it just goes to show if you don't like the driving conditions, just wait for a couple minutes. And we're back cruising along. Oh. So what's everybody up to today? Boy, it's like, are we in the same road?
Yeah. Brandon. I used to live north of Fresno. We did. Brandon. Uncle Don, what's the. Oh, I was going to read this one. Gray Wolf Outdoors Homesteaders.
Hey, Skip.
What's that white stuff on the side of the road? Funny.
That's nothing. You should have seen it a little while ago.
Yeah.
It was white from top to bottom, left to right. We finally made it into Minnesota now, so can't believe they haven't even got any snow here.
Winds up not reading us when they're talking to each other. You know.
Makes me wonder all the traffic coming from the other direction if they know what they're up against when they get another 4 or 5 miles down the road with all the ambulances and cops and fire trucks and cars all over. But I think we're pretty much out of it for the rest of the day, so hopefully I can make up a little bit of time we lost. Looks like it might have rained here instead of snow. It is funny how fast it can change from just going 10 miles an hour down the road. I always find weather to be fascinating.
Lisa, you can't find anything that'll cut that pain at all? Nothing they've tried? says she just lays there in pain.
Pain transformation.
Sometimes it's kind of what you did.
I bet you somebody punched you in the nose, you'd forget about that pain in your toe for a while.
Probably not. You have to get pretty hard. I think.
Called pain transformation. If you got a toothache, somebody stamps on your toe, you forget about your toothache for a little while. God, what a difference from 10 miles back. I figured I'd hit roads like this about 100 miles before I actually get it.
Brandon said 1 more day and he's going fishing for 2 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we got 300 miles to go yet, but as long as roads stay like this, it's a piece of cake. I was starting to have my doubts. Get this here, I'm thinking fishing already. Back there, not so much. I have a feeling we're going to see some sunshine before we get there. Well, since we started this live here, it's warmed up 7 degrees just in that little distance we've driven so far.
Ray Wolf says he has. I just saw what Lisa said too, just a minute. It's 75 degrees sunny here in upstate New York. And Lisa said, Uncle Don, someone punches me, they better be prepared to get hit back. I agree. Retired Rick is there.
Hey, Rick, Lisa would expect any less from you. You strike me as one scrapping little girl. I wouldn't want to mess with you.
Uncle Rick wants to know, are you coming or going fishing? I can answer that.
Well, we're trying to get out of the snow. So far, so good.
He said, are you coming or going fishing?
I'm on my way to Mayo Hospital in Rochester, Minnesota. I have a procedure down there tomorrow. And hopefully it'll be the last one where I don't have to make this drive again. This is what, third or fourth trip?
No, fourth one.
Fourth trip.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I get to take a nice nap, and Doc's gonna do his thing, and then I'm gonna get up, go back to the room and rest up, and then hit the road real early because I got another doctor's appointment at 12:30 back in Bismarck in the morning. So I figure we'll have to leave about 5:30, and then I'll have to watch the weather. But I think it's supposed to all clear out tonight, and hopefully by the time we get back to that snow area, it'll be all done and over with.
Rick says he's out fishing and he got 2 nice channel cats. So far, bite is slow.
I'll
I'd
tell
take
you,
that,
I'd be happy with 2
Yeah.
right now. My stock is pretty depleted. I got some pieces that I keep my messed up pieces and put them in a bag, and then I use them for make some soup once in a while. I'm ready for some good old fish soup. Make it kind of a creamy, tomatoey base soup. I cooked up some seafood cioppino the other night. So when I cooked the shellfish and everything down, I saved the stock. So I got a nice quart of seafood stock. and then I'll use that when I make soup and stuff. And then at the end, add a little cream to that, and sometimes a little cornstarch to thicken it up, depending on my mood. Talking about cooking, now I'm hungry.
Jane. Rick says, I just figured out that his mute was on. Medicine's having an effect. At least I was asking her, and she said it's. I get that way too. You know, you hurt so bad, but you got so much of it, it starts to make you sick, and then that's no good either.
Never seems to work for me either.
And David said he fried some sauger today for the first time. We like sauger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that. I like it.
Sauger, walleye, saugeye, they're all good. Yellow perch is same family. And that's probably 90% of what they fish for up here. Nobody wants to fish for pike or muskie or smallmouth bass, white bass. They'll fish for salmon, but they won't fish for trout. Uh, Catfish is a big no-no. Nobody fishes for catfish. But with the cold waters we have, that's all fish are really good eating. You catch the drum out of this cold water with the meat is nice and white, flaky, and when you marinate it, because it's got such big flakes, it really absorbs the marinade. So it's good cooked in the oven or fried or smoked.
Yeah, it does. He said he heard it tastes like walleye, but he'd never tasted walleye. I think it tastes like walleye, pretty much so. I like it just as well.
Yeah, sauger just a little lankier compared to a walleye. Walleye's a little heavier, but
He got a buttload of white bass the other day. Yeah, we like those too. I don't think there's a fish we don't like.
it's any fish is good. You just have to have the right cook to know how to cook it. And any good fish can be bad if you got the wrong cook. There's people up here, they batter deep fry their walleye, but they deep fry it so long that the meat is just stringy and rubbery. And they're, oh, isn't this good? Not really. But we have a gold eye or skipjack, they call them up here, shiner. That's about the only fish I haven't figured out a way to cook it yet that I like. It's
Brandon said he's never been salmon or trout fishing, but he's going to change that this year. We've done a lot of salmon fishing in different types. We salmon fished in Alaska and then down here in North Dakota. We haven't had very good luck with salmon fishing over here.
We have a pretty good salmon fishing, but Corps of Engineers screwed up our reservoir real bad. And before that, they were catching 20 plus pound salmon out of the lake. Now they got it so messed up with their regulating it that last year I think they were only maybe 10 pound, 8, 10 pound average for the salmon. But the river did a little bit better.
He said he's been throwing the drum back. Some of our family didn't like it. Gerald didn't like the drum.
Well, not the
But
way he cooked it.
He cooked, yeah. But if you don't cook it right, it's not good. Don cooks drum and it's good.
He got it in the middle of summer when it was real warm out. And the way it sounds, he gutted it and put it in the refrigerator and then cooked it the next day.
And he left skin on it.
Yeah, the way it sounds, he left the head and everything on it.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
Somebody told him it was better that way.
Somebody might have been pulling his leg, but
Could be.
one of the big reasons people don't like them here is their rib cage bones are so thick that they feel it dulls their fillet knives. And it's like, well, cut from the top and cut around the rib cage. And take that silver belly meat out, and you got a nice white flaky meat. Then, if I'm with my fish, if I take and bleed them, it's night and day difference between how they taste. And for years, I used to hate cleaning catfish because they were always so bloody. And then I started bleeding them, and there's little to no blood in meat at all. And then you don't get that irony taste or in the meat. So I do that all the time. I got a little pruning shears from the hardware store, and I reach in until I can get to their backbone and take a snip and then throw them on ice. But before I used to put them in the live well, they'd end up dying after on a warm day by the end of the day, and then when you bleed them, they don't bleed out completely. To even freeze them faster, you could mix some bag of ice and some water and some rock salt, and it'll actually freeze that fish when you throw it on ice. It really will chill them down fast. But and that seemed to be the thing with most wild game is getting that meat chilled down and not letting it linger. Yeah, I feel like Lynn driving around when he drives up in this area, just a whole lot of nothing. Straight roads, no hills. $200 to Minneapolis. Yeah. If I have to go back down again, and it's other than the middle of the winter, I might just take my truck, throw my poles in, and maybe throw a sleep bag in and bum around the countryside.
Lisa said she'll be back. She's going to go make a phone call. Eddie Gross just signed on. Eddie Gross.
Hey, Eddie.
Hello to everyone.
Thanks for stopping by. Well, this is making my drive go much better. I'm not much for listening to the radio or anything. And Paulette usually sleeps.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets to be a long drag when you did it so many times. But today has been less than boring. We're in Minnesota, so we got 280 miles left to go. So we're almost halfway there. Maybe a little more than half. We still got 4 hours. But we lost some time because of the snow and ice. For those of you who just came in, it wasn't not even an hour ago. We were blowing snow and ice.
And Randy said, I experience that almost daily too, Don. Oak Gray. Randy, Oak Gray. Oak Gray. Randy. It says Randy Old Gray Hair.
Oh, Randy, old
Randy,
gray hair.
yeah. He says he
Hey, Randy, how you doing?
that almost daily.
You know, I'm sure if you suck on Lisa's toe, it would make it feel better. That's who Lisa's getting married to.
Oh, congratulations to you. For real. Hey, y'all. He's driving and listening. Mike Urban. Mike Urban says he's driving and listening.
Hi, Mike. Hope your drive is going good. Mine's going great now. We're back. It's clearing all up and sun's coming out. The temperatures went up almost 12 degrees in the last half hour, 45 minutes. Drove out of that snowstorm. So we're cooking now. We got about 4 hours left to go until we get to where we're going. A little later than we normally get there, but I thought, well, I was hoping that snowstorm would push out of the way before I started. I should have left a little earlier. Would have kind of avoided it before it got going real good. But according to the weatherman last night, it was supposed to be sunshiny and almost 30 degrees. Here in Minnesota, it's 38 degrees already. We started out, it was 16 back home. So see, we don't have to move far from North Dakota before it gets warmer.
Yeah, that's true. Randy said, I'm not sucking on any toes. Yeah, no, me neither.
I didn't catch it last night on the news, but somewhere they had a school fundraiser where kids were paying so much to suck peanut butter off each other's toes.
Oh, that's gross.
And the news said, yeah, that was just disgusting. I said, I wouldn't want my kids going to that school. That sounds like a bunch of weirdos. Pay money to suck peanut butter off somebody else's toe?
You must do. You didn't really.
I wouldn't even do it on my own toe.
Are you making that up?
Hmm?
Did you make that up?
No, it was on national news last night. I seen the pictures. I heard them mention it, but I didn't really watch it that close. Didn't really seem to interest me. But each his own. Oh, that sun feels good. We haven't had sunshine for almost a week now. Been cloudy, rainy, cloudy, sleeting, cloudy, snowing, and windy for about the last week. So I'm hoping when I get back home, it's going to look like this, and I'll be able to sneak out. But the river still isn't real fishable, and the lakes started to thaw out, then they kind of froze back up again. But made it to where around the shoreline busted up to where you can't get out on the ice to go. It's kind of a catch 22 on where I go fishing. Hey, the ice off my wipers is starting to thaw out too. That's weird
Just out with the weather.
how fast the temperature is coming up by every couple miles.
39 already.
The wipers were all covered with ice. Now the ice is even melting off the wiper blades.
Pastures.
This is the warmest temperature.
Oh, no, you think so? Maybe.
39 degrees already. Woohoo! Short sleeve shirt weather. Still ice on these little ponds, pretty much a little bit open, but not totally. Yeah, it's weird. We're sitting in the middle of a snowstorm getting gas, and a semi comes by with 6 brand new boats on it. I said, that's like an oxymoron. But they're moving out the ice houses now and moving into boats for the summer.
David said to tell you to drive safe and have a good day. Thank you very much,
Ooh,
David Ogden. David Ogden said to tell you.
thank you, David. Do, 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 do. I am bored.
That's right.
Least I could do is throw a curve in the road once in a while just to keep you from getting so bored.
A bird. I wonder what time football basketball games are today. We probably can't get them this far out.
That's what I said. We already
Yeah.
tried. That's why I said it was. I thought it was noise, and there was the radio was all static. Yeah, maybe I should poke the wife's buttons, get some excitement in here. Yeah, boy, did I get the look. The look. So, what does June have one of, November have two of, and May has none of?
Say it one more time.
What does May or June have one of, November have two of, and May has none? That'll keep her tied up for a couple hours.
Fergus Falls.
Fergus Falls, Minnesota.
What's something salty?
You know, it took me about that long to figure that out.
Well, it's because you're very smart. I might give him some excitement he doesn't want pretty soon.
Huh?
You said maybe she'll give you some excitement you don't want. I said could happen pretty soon too.
She would too.
You know I would.
She's a brat.
You know it.
I think all my kids got her blood in it. They're all brats.
They're my brats.
Nobody loves
Holly didn't
me.
stay out very
Everybody
long.
hates me. I think I'll go eat
She
worms.
must have got busy. You know that?
Right?
I said Holly didn't stay on very long today.
Well, she's working. No, today's Tuesday. She's not working. Oh, wouldn't it be fun to just floor it and just go for broke and cruise along and get there in a couple hours?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the good old days, we could have made it there 2 hours from now instead of 4.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because my car would have went that fast.
Oh, excuse me.
And we never really
Where
worried
did you
about
put the
us.
snacks? What kind of snacks do you have? I want something
I
salty.
told you about it 4 times.
Well, I don't remember.
Well, you should listen.
I know.
It's in the bag right behind my seat.
Oh, is it? Because I can't see it.
Just like driving with a kid. I'm hungry. Are we there yet? I'm thirsty.
You know, you better be.
Is there a rest area close?
You shut up. Okay, you're wrong. Did you put them in your overnight bag?
No. They're right where you can reach them. Look, you threw your coat on top of them.
Oh, I thought you said they were like on the floor. Or you put them behind my seat. That you put them behind your seat. You want something?
Can't think of anything.
I think I need a bike today.
See, I packed for you.
Airport, 54 miles. We can fly there. Maybe.
See, I was thinking about you when I packed.
You right. You did. You know I love these.
Lucky I did it
When you
ahead
did,
of
because there's
time,
no
or there
more
wouldn't
left.
have been none
No.
left.
What a piece of. I think it's a squirrel. On a squirrel.
Looks like cat to me.
Oh.
Must be eating animal
You know,
crackers.
some animal crackers are better than other animal crackers. Some just aren't as good.
Are these good ones or bad ones?
These are like the so-so. They're not the best ones.
That's because they came from Costco.
Uh-uh.
Cheapest ones. Are you gonna read that, or want me to swing
There's
it
nothing,
over here?
nothing new on it yet. Oh, wait a minute. There's a step. Oh, see, now that's not bad. So Brandon says he's good for 4 hours of driving, then he's looking for food or rest stop. He hasn't let me stop since Steel. How many hours ago?
I beg your pardon.
Yes, Steel.
You know,
There's never
it's
been.
not like I haven't let you stop.
Stop.
We only been on the road 4 hours,
You've been longer than
and you
that.
stopped twice.
How do you figure that?
Now I'm signing off.
Sorry, guys. Our battery is going dead. So we got to sign off for now, and we're going to get some new battery. And
You have to do it, or else it
we'll
stays
catch you
live.
later. Bye.